And so like, if anyone's listening, I would say that like, be careful of burnout, and that, it's not burnout. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of mismanagement, actually. So, I would have loved to have told myself that. And I would love to have took better care of myself a couple of years ago.
Welcome back. This is another Founder Deep Dive session with Ro, and it's our third conversation, and it may be the best one we've had so far. Again, he's the Irish entrepreneur who's been developing 3 lines of business over the past 5 years, and many of you have mentioned how inspired you are by his way of thinking, and he is off the charts. In this episode, he actually reveals his unbelievably ambitious vision, how he's been able to accelerate their business instead of slowing down. And actually, we get real talking about mental health, burnout, and what it's like for entrepreneurs going through the grind. Again, it's a really good episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure you click like and leave a comment about your favorite part. Thank you so much for watching this next Founder Deep Dive session with Ro. Welcome back to the Rebuild, Ro. It's been a long month. But yeah, how's it going? How's the business?
Yeah, it's good, and we're growing. Actually, we're growing, and we're increasing our investments. We're hiring. We're already excited. Actually, we're going to hire a big staff member next month, and it's going to be a company-wide role. So that's kind of one of the first times we've ever done that. But I think it's the right time as well, because like, everybody's feeling the pressure, especially in marketing. Wow. So I think it's a good hire at the right time, and we've put in place a good recruitment process, and so yeah, good. Overall, great. May was killer. Like, we absolutely killed it in May for the brand in Shanghai. And like, just, wow. I don't know, all our customers just turned out, and the stuff that we sold was great, and the stores really killed it. And it was crazy, man. It was just crazy at the end of the month, and so much left over from reinvestment and stuff. And so scaling up the software side, that's where most of the money goes. And then just creating funds for marketing, which we'll use very, very fast in September.
Why September?
Yeah, September. So basically, we're launching on the 1st of July, NYM, which is Not Yet Made. It's our new brand for the global market, but starting off in United Kingdom, Sweden, Norway, and Germany. And basically, we're just going to give it like a 90-day kind of probation, where we're going to do like standardized projects within the first 90 days. And then like, based on after the 90 days, we're going to like mitigate on like, kind of like reevaluate how we're going to move forward with it, So I assume that as usual, all the team will absolutely kill it, and that by the 1st of September, we will be like all steam, full steam ahead, So and because it's ready to wear, there's a certain side of volume component where you get that volume advantage of being able to like target like 4 countries with over 100 million in population, but you also need a shitload of money to pump that volume as well. So probably have to send the money train down NYM's road.
I see. Okay.
So just preparing for that. Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow, that's so cool. We've been talking about that like every month, and seeing the progress, and now the plan is ready to deploy.
Yeah, exactly. And like it's so nice to have this tracked with you, because this is probably the first time I've ever had some kind of project of this value tracked with one person who's not only removed, but also holding me accountable as well, in the sense of like chatting and stuff. So the first video was, delay, but like, it was like on time. And then the next one was like, oh, it's a delay, but I'm okay. Like I'm patient and stuff. And so like, today is again a delay. Right. So, and the delay now is the 1st of July. And so that was, I was like, no, we're not going to delay it. But we did delay it, and it was the right decision. Again, outvoted, and like, it was definitely the right decision. And so that's one area, I think. And another really cool thing is like, I don't know, like, just the beauty of having different team members. Like, I know, like, I previously launched stuff inside the company on my own, and like, I was a big believer of you can go fast on your own, but you can go far with like team members, right? Yeah. And like, I think like Camilla is very good in this area. Like, I can get it like from like 0 to maybe 50, 0 to 60 very fast with like an MVP, right? Yeah. And then like, I'm done. Like, I'm like, for me, it's Chabado, and it's like, it's good to go, just send it in the market. Like, I don't give a shit. And the whole thing just breaks, right? And 9 times out of 10, it never reaches velocity, because like, like maybe you just needed, like, we're in fashion, so you need like that marketing element, right? And so this time was kind of like the polish, exactly. And that's where like a team member like Camilla is really great in terms of like polishing everything up. And so the website a month and a half ago was grand. It was okay. It wasn't special, it wasn't crap, it was just okay. And like through Camilla, mostly Camilla, a little bit of Joe, and nothing of me, the guys have really like elevated the website up onto like a sick level. Like it's proper sick. Like it's gone from the level where like the website was just a means to an end to like something that's going to be like a driver of longer user sessions. Yeah. Like the way we're doing like the showcasing of the garments, the way we're like, we came up with that, we stumbled upon that 3D configurator. That was one of my goals for last month. Like, oh man, this is nasty software.
Is it?
Really sick software. So yeah. So anyway, long story short, we got it, and we're already moving on to like doing all of the other assets, like the trouser, the waistcoat, the shirt as well. So,
that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And then you were talking about Hangzhou too. I think that was the third goal.
Yeah, so Hangzhou's a tough one because it's kind of like
it's not under your control, right?
Yeah, exactly. And Ro doesn't like things that are not under his control, you know. So it's a bit of a learning phase, like, and so I'm trying to be really patient. I'm trying not to pester, but I'm also trying to push as well because it's a full Chinese team, and I just, excuse my language, but I just don't want them taking the piss. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, so just trying to find that balance, because it could be something that potentially opens up a whole new market. So I don't want to snuff the flame out before the flame can become a flamethrower. Sorry. So yeah, patience, man. Whoa. Yeah.
theme of the whole series.
Oh my God. Ridiculous.
I think it comes with age. It's a stupid thing like that, you know? Like, I think it's actually like your brain slows down in a good way to actually calibrates to the rest of the world. You're like, oh, okay. All right, this makes sense now. You know, for better or worse.
I know, but like, I always feel like if you get caught being okay with patience, then what's the difference between being patient and being complacent? How to say, when you rest on your complacent. I was going to say when you rest on your laurels, but complacent is the word. So what's that? That must be a very fine line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I worry about that line, that I could easily cross it without even knowing. And there you go. It's just game over then, isn't it?
I mean, I think of it as like an engine, right? Like, and you know, you could put your foot to the pedal the entire time, but the engine's going to just burst, right? Something is going to break apart. And it's an endurance race in this case, right? And so
for sure,
it's definitely great if you have kind of exhaust valves where like Joe and Camilla are taking off some of that extra pressure from you. So that's super, super critical. Yeah. And then you can eventually you can ease off a little bit so that later you can just, you know, all the way down September, for example.
100%. Yeah. Right? And like, so I like something like, I was looking at the videos from before, and I feel like maybe just give more advice to any listeners. But like, one thing that like I was really immature about when I started before, and that's changed a lot now, is like I had this mindset of just like, you know, like I was Invincible Man from Batman, where the ice freezes over him, you know, the Russian dude, like, and like I felt like anyone who burns out is weak. Yeah. And I felt like that was a sign of weakness, and that, like, you know, if Elon Musk can do it, then anybody can do it. And that's very to hold yourself to that standard, that's very hard. Yeah. And like and then I moved into another level where it was like, a burnout's okay, burn out quickly, then come back. And so like I ran through loads of burnouts really quickly, and I would just see it as weakness, and then I would just come out again like a phoenix or something crap like that. But and so like, if anyone's listening, I would say that like, be careful of burnout, and you know, burnout's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of mismanagement, actually. So, you know, I would have loved to have told myself that. And I would love to have took better care of myself a couple of years ago. So if anyone's listening, please take care of your health. And burnout, it's a very real thing.
Oh, so real, and especially for entrepreneurs, right? I mean, as we're going through this, we just don't know. I mean, it's you have no backup plan. This is you, so it feels like, no, I'm not working too hard. I have no backup plan. This is it. So if this doesn't work, then put more into it.
But like, also like, be careful to the people who like are maybe like me, who can, you know, justify like an equation for everything. Like I'm great justifying. If you want me to justify something for you, man, oh my God, oh my Lord, like I can
mental gymnastics that we can go through.
Oh my God, man, I'd be like, no, it's okay now, like, because if that happens, then we can do that. And it's like, wow, man, it's insane, man. It's really sick. So be careful of that. because that's a very real problem as well.
Yeah. So I think we heard your updates and your goals, right? And it seems like you're doing all right. A little bit tired. There's, I guess, maybe one other thing. We were talking about the 5 out of 5 leads from the first round, and you want to get those remaining 3. How's that?
Yeah, so we got 4 out of 5, and that would have been the 5th, you know. So that's annoying. But then we got another injection in the beginning of the funnel, just literally also the same time as that guy canceled, literally the same time. But it's hard to, but he's not rated yet, so we don't know if it's going to be a value lead or not. So let's leave it at that then. Okay, so 5 out of 5. We aim to close off that 5th one. Okay, so like something maybe we aim for the end of the rebuilds is like we talked about it today with a big meeting today. We are on current version of the funnel is 2.0, and we're going to move on to a 3.0, which will be changed from 3 customer acquisitions a quarter to 3 customer acquisitions a month. So it'll be like very, very fast. So we're going to really flex it. So that'll end up 36 businesses we sign a year, which will be astronomical. But I totally believe it's possible for sure. I mean, we're already seeing so much success. 5 customers inside a quarter. So we're already killing our goals for before. So why not just increase it? I mean, if you don't keep lifting the bar, then you know you will reach complacency. And if I didn't think my team could do it, then I wouldn't set the bar at that level. You know. So I think that's definitely within our reach. It has to be anyway, because what's the point of doing all of this work if we can't sign more customers?
Right. I mean, the whole goal is to scale this up so that it actually can.
100%.
Right.
The point is not about profit. That we always try to make sure we have enough money to pay the bills, pay everybody, have a little bit left over for reinvestment. The point is we are chasing a dream of completely changing the whole menswear industry globally, and changing it from a very destructive, wasteful supply chain of ready to wear. That is, I send out fixed sizes that may or may not fit if you fit into this body shape. And if you don't like the color, you have the obligatory 30-day return policy. So you can wardrobe, take some blogger photos. Then when you're done on Instagram, you can send the stuff back, right? And that's all well and good in your era. But when your child comes up, and the forests are burning and stuff, it's all because of this crap, right? So we're saying kind of and if you don't understand, you can look to the internal combustion EV kind of model. And it's that if the price of made to measure tailoring on demand comes down so far that you reach price parity with ready to wear, then it becomes a no-brainer. If you can mass customize garments to fit and for design and have them delivered in 7 to 9 days anywhere around the world on iOS software that is state of the art and it's easy to use and automated, then why the hell would I buy ready to wear from Giorgio Armani? It doesn't make sense. You would want to be on the fringes of the spectrum to do that, you know. It just doesn't make sense. And so
the last remaining piece of that question is just brand reputation.
Yeah, completely, man. Completely. And so that's a real struggle. That is a real life struggle we're dealing with. And it's just you come up against let's say you come up against Hugo Boss, and they're your 89-year-old granddad, and it's they haven't heard the concept of PHP or PWA, or they don't understand nothing, but they have insane corporate shareholder wealth. And they can just throw money at billion-dollar projects, campaigns with new Chinese models or whatever, you know what I mean? So you're right. The problem is real on that side of it. The way to take on these boys is through power. And the way to achieve power is through consensus. There's a lot of ways to achieve power, but one of them is through rally protesting. It's volume, right? And so if you can achieve some sort of network effect, then with all of the volume, you can move together. So that's what we're chasing. And so to do that, we need to build up customer acquisitions, and we need to be, acquiring far more customers than we're acquiring at the moment.
Yeah, and it's been done before. There's been new entrants, and they come around. The playbook is in existence. It's it's not as easy as a playbook, of course, but it's doable, right? So where are the new challenges?
Yeah, I don't know. So we have a big software problem at the moment. It's our whole tech stack is completely outdated at the moment, and it's all mutually exclusive. So you can't fix one without fixing another. And when you put all of them together, it's $40,000, and it's a real problem. Yeah, it's just a real mess. You have to whiteboard it even just to begin to kind of fully realize how to go about solving it. That's just the first step. If you don't whiteboard it, man, forget it. It's already game over. And so like, and then on top of that, like I'm not a tech background, and so like dealing with that is it's like learning a whole new like language, like Korean or like, you know, French or whatever. Like it's like they're all of these people are speaking French, and I can only read their lips and maybe look at their faces and stuff. Like it's cool. It's been a cool learning curve and stuff, and I already learned a lot. And yeah, by the next time we talk, I would like to have solved all our AWS architecture issues, and let's say I would like to have I have a list of 2 new user features that we need to ship quickly because they're critical. So I would like to have all the architecture on AWS done, and I would like to have our issues pushed. So I should be saying we've frozen the code base. If we're able to freeze the code base, then for me, that will be success.
So is it just because you're so early in this process of this problem that you don't know exactly how to, what stake in the ground that you should be aiming at, or what's your next target? Is that why?
It's easy for like a CTO to just like list all the problems. And so when you list all the problems and you have 40 grand in the bank, then there's no problems really. Like it's just like, oh, here's all the problems. There's how much it's going to cost. You have it. Okay, great. Let me assemble a team for you. Like that's dreamland of tech, you know, only like the big boys can do that. So, so like I need to pick, like what needs priority, what needs the money, and then like also convince the software side that like, hey guys, like I'm sorry I can't do everything that I know you want, but like this is what we can manage. And so that's what I've done this week. I've been doing all that this week, and that's why I can say to you these things. Like I need to ship 2 more critical user features, and then I need to recorrect the AWS architecture. And then we're going to freeze all the code base, and then we're going to begin separate, like a parallel kind of a road here. We're going to then continue here, which is like a 5-month kind of project where we redevelop all the code base. So for front end, back end, API, database, AWS will be done by then. But yeah, that will take a long time. So we're going to redevelop all the languages, all the frameworks of the languages, also iOS, and change from old code to new code, and just kind of make the code more robust and scalable, because like we're transitioning from we're transitioning from a very big mom and pop to like some sort of like mini enterprise company, and so the code is not super scalable, and also devs don't want to work on out of date software, so it's even hard to find guys to even join the team, because they're kind of like it's like racing an F1. It's like if I say, hey, you're going to compete against Mercedes, Ferrari, but my car is a Polo. Okay, shit, man. You ain't gonna find too many people to race your Polo for you.
Yeah, not the best, at least, right?
No, definitely not, mate. Definitely not.
Yeah. So I was just wanted to ask you, you know, and I think this question is like really perfect for you. Is the question of the grind? You know, is this a grind to you? How do you see this?
I mean, it's a normal grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I forgot a long time ago about COVID. Like, we're down some money. Like, yeah, we're like, I would say we lost 10 to 15% profitability of the China business. And I would say, yeah, okay, we were seriously affected from Europe. Yeah, for sure. And we're still seeing that now. But like, okay, like, it's just like, it is what it is. Like I don't see it as a rebuild. It's just like, I gotta wait. We all gotta wait, you know? Yeah. And just like, I don't know, like it's so dramatic, like, oh, COVID, oh, my business. I was like, yeah, come on, man. Like if you build a robust business, then should be okay, no? Like, and okay, your customers are shut in Europe. Great. So what are they doing? They're staying at home. So why don't you talk to them and find out what kind of features that they would like in the future? And that's what we did. And I don't know, man, you know me, like I don't like the drama. I just like to move on and actually do something with my time.
You know, I thought this question wouldn't be relevant for you, because you know, the whole thing, entrepreneurship itself is a grind, right? Like pandemic or not, COVID-19 or not, it's almost like not relevant to a seasoned entrepreneur, you know. And it's not to like aggrandize or like idolize entrepreneurship in any way, but this is just yet another stumbling block in a never-ending series of stumbling blocks, right? This is just the whole game is a giant stumbling block, right? So
yeah, exactly. And I really hate people who glorify entrepreneurship, and it's like I'm sorry, like Gary Vaynerchuk, like I only found out this guy recently, like it's just like, oh man, give it a break, please. Like it just bleed in my ears, you know. And it's just, I know you're probably a big fan of him and stuff, but but it's just like it's just a job, man. It's just another job, like data analyst. It's just a job like flipping burgers in McDonald's. Like it's like, why do you flip a burger? Why do you take the bin out? Why do you work in data science, life biology? I mean, everyone like likes it because of a certain thing. I'm no more a superstar, or any other entrepreneur is no more a superstar than another person. It's just society places a lot of value on this CEO founder role, and that's wrong, you know. So I think like I enjoy challenges. That's it. That's what makes you an entrepreneur. If you enjoy challenges, that's what you should do. Being an entrepreneur doesn't mean you're a superstar, contrary to Silicon Valley belief, you know. I just think like it's a person who likes challenges. It's a person who doesn't like the conventional way to work, and it's a person who likes solving solutions to problems that other people can't really solve. The engineer, that's it, man. It's just another job, you know. So when people talk about the grind and people want to talk like COVID this and COVID that, yeah, like whatever. Like it's just like, how is that so real different than like another day? You know, I don't know. Like if you had one business model stream, like did you never ever think like shit, what happens if I lost that stream of revenue? Did you never think about that? Like that would ever happen, you know? Like, because I mean, you didn't think about that, and
yeah, I think what you're saying is like, you know, take entrepreneur, like all the hype around entrepreneurship with a really healthy dose of salt, right? Healthy,
and, for sure.
And so, like, don't believe the hype. Like, get the hell out of your own bubble, and you know, just like do the work. Fuck it.
If you see hype, that should be red alarm bells. Yeah, man. Let's see. Like, if recession hits America, let's see how many entrepreneurs are on Instagram next year.
You know, I think it's a really healthy perspective on is this whether or not this is a grind, and you know, entrepreneurship as a whole and business building as a whole. I'm definitely guilty of making a big fuss out of it, just personally, because it helped me find so much about who I was. I tried other I mean, you tried a few other jobs. I tried a few other jobs, and none of those felt right. And so, like, you know, when you find something that feels right to you, you want to evangelize it a little bit, right? Not disagreeing with you in any way, just saying no. But like what you're saying is absolutely right too, right? Like, it makes it almost takes away some of the pressure that we feel, that I feel like about there's no glamour in this. This is just work, you know.
There's no glamour.
This is a different kind of work. Right? Yeah.
There's
and
no glamour.
You can't be chasing it for the glamour. You have to be doing it for the right reasons.
And if you think you're going to make money from this, like, I mean, just take one look at the stat rates for failures, man.
Persistence, though, that's the only thing, man. You gotta work through it all.
Yeah. I mean, like I think Joe highlights it very well in his videos with you. I think it's just like, you know, you got to turn up to work tomorrow. You've got to be there in a month. You got to be there in 2 months. You got to be there next year. And Joe's dead right, and I think he's a much more seasoned entrepreneur than I am, and I think he's spot on in saying that, you know, if you're not in it, you can't win it. And you know, I think he's bang on the money. And if anyone takes anything away, I'd say it was that. I mean, I did a recent study myself personally on like all of these companies who are going like now like velocity, high velocity in America, and if you look at them, they're like Uber, and they're, what was the other example? Uber, Tesla is a great example, another one, SpaceX. Like, these are all 2002, 2004, 2006 companies. Like, we only heard about Uber when did I hear about Uber? Maybe 2016, 2017, when they came to Shanghai. When they came to Shanghai is when I heard about Uber, like, you know, and like 2004, this company, you know, like, and same with SpaceX, you know. And so, there's a huge like backlog before the velocity kicked off, you know. And so imagine if, like, you know, someone told Elon Musk or Gwynne Shotwell, oh yeah, don't be silly, you'll never be able to automatically re-land the rocket. Yeah, okay. And then they didn't turn up to work the next day. Well, okay. You know, what are you going to do?
We were around the topic of strategy, right? So do you have to change your strategy at this point?
Honestly, not really. Like my mom always said, like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So nothing's broken for us. Everything works. It's just about like always recorrecting, you know. So we set parameters, the right and the left, and like it's a pinball machine, and we just like recorrect the ball to go like a little bit right, a little bit left, a little bit right. And so like the strategy for pretty much all the brands hasn't really changed that much. It's just like we're focusing on now is to accelerate. So like we have had our customer acquisition funnel 2.0 tested for 90 days since January until quite recently, and we've done 1 month of just like review of that, and it's been overall very good. We had 10 assumptions and we passed 7 out of 10 of them, and so like for me, that's enough criteria fulfilled. to move on to like 3.0, which would be like just like all 5 phases of the customer acquisition funnel, like sped up. Like if you add a little bit of like, speed to everything, like, and then like everything just ejects up, like that would be how I would see the funnel kind of turn over. And in terms of quant figures, like you'd be looking at, instead of 2.0 funnel KPI of 3 a quarter, you would be looking at 3 a month now. So instead of signing 12 businesses a year, you would want to be signing 36 businesses a year. And that would be like $250,000 progressing up to a quarter. You would build businesses at $1.3 million revenue total. And you need that. You need that for the level of investment from all the staff here. You need that. Because I'm not freaking doing this for $250,000, or it's not about the money. It's just about what that represents. It's what 36 customers represent. 12 customers is nothing. It's 12 of 12. It's feedback from 12 people. I want more fish in the sea. But more fish, you can make them flow. You can control the flow better. You can control the overall kind of like decision making. Like you can have more power, and so we can take better positions on fabric.
The leverage of it all.
Yeah, exactly. The leverage of it all, the efficiency of it all. With 36, we could probably get with 72 in 2 years. We could probably get better positions with AWS. We could get better positions with our fabric. We could open up a new factory. We can open up a factory in Ireland. Skip VAT.
The economies of scale also.
Exactly.
Is really what we're talking about, right?
Exactly.
So
the economies. It's all about economies.
You get a lot more out.
Right. Exactly, man. So that goes back to strategy. Just sticking to that strategy. It's a 5-year plan, courtesy inspired by China, and sticking to the 5-year plan. And we're 2 years into it, and we've another 3 years. And COVID maybe put a spanner in the works for a lot of people, but not for us. So we just kind of we just go on straight. And
I really admire that about you. That you have that. You said you're not really good at setting goals, but actually, I mean, you had this overarching plan and roadmap, and it is even divided into phases, and you are able to chunk it all down because you set that all out, you laid it all out. I guess it's all those whiteboard sessions, it actually comes down and you can hold it now, right? And you can track it. So that's I think it's a lot more structure than you lead on.
Well, yeah, maybe because I'm looking at, like, I'm measuring myself against the wrong benchmark. Like, I know that, like, in theory, and like Tomatito, et cetera, like, I should have, like, monthly goals and stuff, and that's great. And to the people who can do that and track that, like, fair play, like that's management of time very well. But for me, I do it in another way. It's like, I have a vision, I have a dream, I know I'm right 100%. I know this is going to change the world, and I onboard all my team to this vision. I share it with them. I show them passion. They, of course, believe it. That's part of the story. And we together align and move as one. And so then there's not such an onus or kind of like weight needed on monthly KPIs when we're all moving towards the same goal. And the goal is making sure Hugo Boss goes bankrupt. That is the goal. We write it up in the office, and it's to bankrupt all of these companies. It's to make sure the ready-to-wear industry dies, and we replace it with made to measure, a better supply chain. And we all agree on that. Wow. Some people in our team agree more on the sustainable side. Some other people, like myself, are more software focused. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Like, they're just nodes on the chain. Yeah. All of the nodes represent the future. And so that's the way I perceive it. And it's 5 years. Yeah. And when I onboard new people on our team, it's 5 years you're working with us. I hate this shitty short-term stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, and that's why Joe runs ops, because I grew up with that guy. And that's why Camilla runs our marketing team, because I trust that woman with my life. And so I know these people are in it for the long term. And for me, only when you're in it for the long term can you really unlock true value. I think so anyway.
No, and like, like something like this can pop up, like a virus or whatever, and you don't plan for it, but it doesn't phase you, and it doesn't change the strategy fundamentally.
Exactly.
I love that. It's so
because I'm thinking long term and robust business model. Please, if anyone's listening, do not just depend all your money on one revenue stream. Like, it's a killer, man. Killer, bro.
100%. I think that at least that last part makes the whole show. makes the whole episode. So let me chop it all up and make it work. This one's going to take some magic.
Yeah. Do your stuff, man. Take your time.
Cool.
You're a busy man.
Yeah.
Good luck with everything.
Thanks, man.